Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, you are not going to believe what just went down in the NFL today. Because this is the kind of move that shakes the entire NFC and possibly flips the script on what we thought we knew about the Dallas Cowboys 2025 season. I'm talking about a headline blazing, locker room shaking, quarterback nightmare-inducing signing that just hit like a Texas thunderstorm out of nowhere. Yes, you heard it right. The Dallas Cowboys have just signed Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jordan Phillips, and Cowboys fans across the country, across the world, really are already celebrating like it's a Super Bowl preview. This is not just some random depth piece or a second-string role filler. Folks, this is a bona fide beast in the trenches. A man who has made quarterbacks miserable for years. A 6'6", nearly 340-pound wrecking ball with the kind of power, size, and raw aggression that offensive coordinators have to start game planning against the second he walks through the door. And the Cowboys pulled this off just when everybody thought they were done making moves for the offseason. This is a certified stunner that changes the landscape of the NFC East and adds a massive spark to Dan Quinn's already fearsome defense, or should I say, now legendary Dan Quinn, since his schemes keep delivering top 5 performances year after year, and this Phillips signing might just be the final missing piece that Dallas needed to finally push past that playoff wall that's been haunting them for decades and make a serious run at the Lombardi Trophy. Look, let's not sugarcoat it, the Cowboys have been right there for the last few seasons, teasing greatness, flexing elite rosters, teasing us with flashes of domination, only to fall short in the divisional round or earlier. And fans have been screaming for one more major presence in the middle of that defensive line, someone who can collapse the pocket from the inside, someone who can free up Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence to do what they do best, hunt quarterbacks. And now, with Jordan Phillips stepping into that blue and silver jersey, that wish might finally be reality. And folks, it's not just what he brings statistically, which we'll get to, it's what he brings emotionally, culturally, and strategically to a team that's already brimming with hungry veterans and young talent. I mean, let's take a second to appreciate who Jordan Phillips is. A veteran with serious playoff experience, a guy who's been a nightmare for AFC quarterbacks, especially during his Pro Bowl 2019 season with the Buffalo Bills, when he racked up 9.5 sacks as an interior lineman. Yes, you heard that right, 9.5 sacks from the inside. And that's no small feat in a league where interior guys rarely crack 5, and he did it with a mix of raw power, speed off the line, and a never-quit motor that made him one of the most disruptive DTs in the game that year. And guess what? He's still got juice in the tank, still only 32, still hungry, still nasty, and more motivated than ever to silence the doubters and win a ring before he hangs it up. And what better place to do it than in Big D, under the lights of it&T Stadium, with a fanbase that lives and breathes football and a defense that's already poised to be one of the top 3 units in the league. And before we go any further, let's talk about the deal itself. While numbers are still trickling out, early reports suggest a smart, cap-friendly contract, possibly a 1-year prove-it deal laced with performance incentives, which is exactly the kind of low-risk, high-reward signing that savvy front offices live for. And if Phillips performs the way he's capable of, this deal could go down as one of the steals of the offseason. Imagine pairing that kind of talent and experience with the rest of this terrifying Dallas front seven: Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa Odighizuwa, Leighton Vander Esch, Sam Williams. It's almost unfair. And let's not forget that the Cowboys' run defense was the one piece that analysts were pointing to as a potential soft spot last season, especially in that wild card loss where they struggled to stop the inside zone. And what does Phillips bring? Elite run stuffing, gap penetration, veteran savvy, and a straight-up attitude that screams, "You're not getting past me." This is a dude who commands double teams, collapses pockets, and eats up interior lanes, and even when he's not making the tackle himself, he's freeing up linebackers to clean up the play. And let's be real, when he's healthy and motivated, he's among the best in the league at it. And that's what makes this move such a slam dunk, because it's not about replacing someone, it's about enhancing what's already there and giving this defense a nastier edge, a bigger voice, a veteran anchor who's been there, done that, and wants to win now. And fans are absolutely loving it. Just look at Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook. Cowboys Nation is exploding right now with reactions, from memes of Jerry Jones doing backflips, okay, Not really. To Micah Parsons tweeting out flame emojis and cryptic "let's work" messages, this locker room knows what kind of weapon they just added. And you can bet the rest of the NFC East took notice too, because with the Eagles still dangerous and the Giants trying to rebuild, and Washington hoping to surprise folks with their rookie quarterback, the Cowboys just sent a clear message: we're not here to play around, we're here to dominate. And with Dak Prescott entering a contract year and the offense looking to make that next step under the new-look play-calling regime, it's the defense that's going to set the tone, and a signing like this tells you everything you need to know about the mindset in Dallas. They're not waiting, they're not settling. They're not hoping, they're going all in, and Jordan Phillips is about to become a fan favorite the second he throws on that jersey and lays out his first QB in preseason. You just wait, but let's not ignore the context here either, because this signing also reflects a shift in the Cowboys' front office philosophy, a growing willingness to make strategic mid-offseason moves instead of sitting tight and relying purely on draft development. This is a front office that heard the fans, heard the critics, and said, okay, let's go get that final piece, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. With training camp heating up and the regular season creeping closer, Phillips will have time to gel with his teammates, learn the playbook, get in sync with Quinn's exotic looks, and start building that brotherhood that championship defenses are made of. And speaking of Quinn, let's talk about scheme fit, because if there's one thing we know, it's that Dan Quinn loves versatile, violent, smart players who can shift gaps, play multiple fronts, and cause chaos, and Phillips checks every single box. 3 tech, 1 tech, shoot the A-gap, stand up and twist on a stunt, plug the middle on 3rd and 1. He can do it all. And his ability to push the pocket from the interior is going to be crucial when facing guys like Jalen Hurts, who love to escape up the middle now. With Phillips occupying that space, you funnel those plays outward toward your speed rushers, and suddenly the whole defense is working in perfect rhythm. And we haven't even touched on the leadership angle yet, because by all accounts, Phillips is not just a physical presence, but a locker room tone setter, a guy who's respected by his peers and brings that intense, no-nonsense attitude to practice every day. And when you've got a mix of young guys and vets like Dallas does, having that kind of presence is invaluable, especially when you're chasing a ring. So to everyone still sleeping on this move, wake up, because this is the kind of addition that can take a team from contender to championship level, especially in a year where the NFC is wide open, and with the way the Cowboys are building this roster, balancing youth, star power, and now gritty veteran toughness. It's hard not to get excited if you're a fan, and as someone who's watched this team closely for years, I can honestly say this is one of the most underrated but impactful signings we've seen in a while. No, it's not the flashy wide receiver or the blockbuster trade, but it's the kind of move that wins games in December and January in the trenches, when it's cold and ugly, and the margin for error is razor thin. Jordan Phillips is a game changer, a culture builder, and now a Dallas Cowboy. And if that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. Now smash that like button if you're hyped about this signing. Subscribe for more daily Cowboys news and breakdowns, and drop a comment below. How do you think Phillips changes this defense? Is this the move that gets us over the hump? I'll be reading every one, and trust me, there's more news coming, because this front office is not done yet. The Cowboys are gearing up for something big, and you're not going to want to miss a second of it. Stay tuned, stay loud, and as always, how about them Cowboys?